Brothers of the shining moon, heaven, earth, and sea, I call upon you in this hour, bring magic unto me. Brothers, oh, the cauldron cries, it singeth unto me the songs of Mother Goddess and of Father in the tree.
Hello, my lovelies. This is Paisley Wild, and we are off adventuring into the spaces between. Hope you guys are having just a fantabulous day that ends in Y. We're asking questions. Why? Channeling your inner 2-year-old. Nobody asks more questions than a toddler, I have to tell you. We are being broadcast live tonight, of course, on Truth Frequency Radio, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and TalkStream Live, and also on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Do it, because I said to. And no matter how you are listening, make sure you stop in and say hi's in one of the chat rooms, please. Or if you cannot, which I get it, because life. And if you're driving, I don't recommend chatting. You can always send me an email at wildpaisley@gmail.com, and that's WILDEPAISLEY @gmail.com. Really good way to get hold of me. And to the certain someone that keeps sending me the cartoons, those are awesome. I love them. Please don't stop, ever. Because they're fantastic. And they made me giggle every single time. They do. And if you want to support my radio habit, you can always donate to my radio habit cause. And that is the hashtag TheSpacesBetween. So it's $, TheSpacesBetween. Real easy. And if you do that, like I said, it's real easy. You can support my radio habit. Give me some new headphones. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. No, actually, these are pretty okay. It was funny. I wanted an extension cord, and I stopped at Walmart one day. It's been a year and a half ago, and Walmart had the extension cord. It's like, woohoo, that's great, and it had an adapter, and it had these little cheap headphones all in one kit for like $10, and it's like, whoop, hey. If only the extension cord lasts, I'll take it. And lo and behold, I have had zero problems with these at all. Period. And yes, the extension cord for the headphones has been fantastic as well. It has. So, yeah. Anyways. You can also check out the website. That is www.paisleywild.com. I've got some products up. I've got some witch jars up. Witch bottles are basically just a spell in a jar. And it ships to you, and you just charge it with your own energy or the moonlight or what have you. And just kind of, sometimes we need that little nudge, that little extra bit of help. If you wanted to do charging of things here in the near future, at least on the West Coast more of the U.S., but kind of, it's going to be more of a U.S., I think, event. This particular full moon is a super moon, and it will also be an eclipse, a lunar eclipse, which where I'm at, will start happening about 4 o'clock in the morning. And if I can schedule my brain correctly, I am going to try to be up for that, and I'll see if I can live stream it maybe, because I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be great, because a lot of energy with the eclipse, very, very much so. If you have a chance during break or when you're not doing much of anything, check out iLife.com. iLife is the official sponsor for Truth Frequency Radio. iLife combines the unleaded or non-psychoactive properties of the ayahuasca with some high-quality CBD And between the two, they swirl around in the jar with a little bit of magic, and lo and behold, well, guess what? Eye Life is really good for you. It helps support the immune system and all that stuff. Of course, it hasn't been determined by the FDA, so I can't say this and I can't say that. And I'm not a doctor, and I don't play one on TV. And yeah, but it'll be good. So yeah, it's good for you. Let's see. Any other news? News. So, I am live tonight, so if you wanted to call in or share your 2 cents, I totally get it. That's 213-233-3998. Or if you're across the pond in the UK, it is 44203-393-2871. Also on the website, or if you go to Amazon, the book is available, and it is The Wild Pagan, A to Z. I did illustrate it. I did graphic arts on this, and some of the images look really fantastic, and some of the images look really not. I've got complicated feelings about it, so I'm probably going to re-render everything, and I'll be re-rendering it and reposting it. So yes, Leo Medic, the full moon equinox is going to be. Oh, it's in May. May. There we go. So that will be May 26th. So it's coming right up. Can you believe that? It's like 12 days. A week and a half. Gemini just took her eye life. Thank you, Justin. Oh. So Drone Free and Todd asked a question, and actually this is a pretty good one. Drone says, is there any official organization of which people who fight child abductions wonder if the psychics who try to find lost kids are ever effective as well? And Todd says, can I add a question? Yep. So, I don't know that there's a specific organization that's official. I think it's more of a per person and per law enforcement organization when it comes to psychic assistance for abductions or other criminal activities. The reason why I say there's not really an official one is because, well, not all law enforcement believes in the paranormal or extra sensory abilities or anything like that. So, if a law enforcement agency reaches out to a witch or someone who is psychic in some way, shape, or form, often they can get some information. That's not a service I provide. Now, would I do search and rescue? Yes, absolutely. Just because I live in remote Idaho, and there is a lot of area up here that could help with, or just, might need some help when it comes to finding those who are lost. And I participate as much as possible, and I do support law enforcement. It varies with the department and the people who are in charge, because not everybody is really interested in the outside help, if you will. It works on TV and it looks great, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Drone Free says he hears online dark web people kidnapping, killing people, etc. It's scary stuff. We should all try to stop atrocities. Yes, absolutely. Now, my level of intervention varies with whether or not Mini-Me is with me. When Mini-Me is with me, I am less likely to help. But it's not that I won't help, it's just I have to protect Mini-Me too. And, yeah. Let's see. Ooh, other news. Sorry, I'm spending 15 minutes on news. I wrote another book. I'm working on illustrating it now. It has a little bit to do with the topic tonight, actually. But it's another children's book, just because Hey, Suzanne. Since, I do have Mini-Me in the house, and she is adventuring out on her own pagan path and learning more about paganism and witchcraft and stuff. That's who I've been writing the books for, because I think it's important to kind of help her to figure out who she is. Now, if she has questions about Christianity, I am doing my best to answer those as well, or other belief systems. Mostly I want her to be educated. I really think there should be some sort of class in high school and college that is necessary that discusses the different religions, because, wow, there's so many of them, and they have a lot to do with our history as people. And it's... Whew. How can you do a history class without talking about religion? Seriously. But I just want her to be educated and have used the best information she possibly has. I'll support her on whatever path she chooses. So, same with any of my other kids or grandkids. It's just a lot easier to have the information than not. Leo, if you're still having screen freezing and stuff like that, try to refresh. That may or may not help. If not, I don't know. I do have North Idaho internet. It's complicated. But yes, TFR chat, they're talking about how everybody should be supportive and trying to come together and stop crime and things like kidnapping and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. Yes. 100% on board. So, tonight we are talking about wishes. So, what is a wish? Well, according to Oxford Dictionary, is a feeling or to feel or express a strong desire or hope for something that is not easily attainable, want something that cannot or probably will not happen. Suzanne wants to know, isn't Idaho mostly Mormon? No. Actually, we're pretty diversified. Southern Idaho is a lot more Mormon than northern Idaho. Not a lot of... there are Mormons up here, but Sandpoint, Idaho, where I live in honestly, we're a very diverse group. We have a Quaker Friends church. We have all varieties of different Christian type structures. There's at least one cult Christian church. And I'm serious about the cult part, because they don't quite have a commune, but they could, and they're very, very extreme in their belief system. And then there's a couple of pagan groups, and then my group that I am with Julia in is we do Hectic Eclectics. It's the last Sunday of the month. We get together and have coffee, which, now that I'm looking at the calendar, that's coming right up. Oh, my stars. Let's see. There's a few cults up here, and there always has been. And that's partly because, in North Idaho, you can kind of do what you want, it seems like. And so some of that stuff gets under the radar until it starts really red flagging, and then people stand up and say, hey, what y'all doing? And then other things happen. So anyways, no more cults. And it's just, technically, every religion is a cult, just by the very definition, which I think is funny. Yeah. And all religion has dogma. It doesn't matter what color or flavor of religion it is. So you kind of just pick your dogma and go with that. So, how many ways to make a wish? So ultimately, when it comes to making a wish, it's a focus of intent. And I talk about intent all the time and trying to figure out what it is you're trying to achieve. What is the true purpose? You know, you know, and I say your true purpose. So, and we all wish we could win the lottery, right? Well, or maybe we don't all do, but yeah, often we wish we could win the lottery or wish we could, you know, win the raffle or something. And, you know, whatever it is. And, you know, you can't win if you don't participate or do some sort of effort. So it's really hard to win the lottery if you don't ever buy a Powerball ticket, for instance, or a scratch ticket or pull tab or whatever your game of choice is, or game of chance. And not everybody has the same resonance when it comes to, you know, games of chance. And so, you know, some are just luckier than others. Would I like to win the lottery? Yes, I would love to. Do I really buy a lot of lottery tickets? No. Why not? You know, I fear I'm donating to somebody else's cause generally. Will I buy one occasionally? Yeah, sure, why not? Because for me, honestly, I don't feel like I'm buying a lottery ticket to win. I am buying a lottery ticket to, you know, dream a little bit. And I think for a lot of folks in the U.S., that's what it is. We buy the lottery ticket because we want to, you know, pretend, hey, what if I won? What could I do with the money? Ha, ha, ha. But there has been quite a few studies done now when it comes to winning the lottery, for instance. It's not the happy, joy that you might think. There's a lot of heartache, a lot of grief, and for a lot of those winners, they end up being losers in just, you know, a short period of time. So yeah, it's pretty wild and crazy. These days, if I were to win the lottery, I'd want the cash option, just because I don't know about the long-term consequences of buying somebody else's annuity. Just, you know, that's my thing. I can find other ways to invest in stuff. Titan asks Titan's first question in a very long time, Titan. So, burning a piece of paper with written wants or undesirable things on it, a form of wish magic? Yes, it absolutely is. So, we'll just do that one. So, very first, wish possibility or wish magic thing would be yes. You can write your desire, your wish, your thing that you want to achieve on a piece of paper, and you burn it. And that energy from whatever that desirable thing is will then go out into the universe using the smoke. You know, that is pretty fun, pretty awesome. And it's real simple, really straightforward. And for the most part, wish magic is simple magic. It's not high ritual. It's not complicated. It's not fancy. It's just straightforward. A leads to B leads to C. And now, are all wishes that you put out there granted? No. They're not, and there's a reason for that. It's your spirit guides, your, you know, your divine entities that you work with, your ancestors, and your true purpose. If it is not for your true highest good, that wish isn't going to come true. As vexing as that is, it's also kind of a good thing. And Drone, yes, that would suck. Drone says, having a beautiful trophy wife that didn't love me would kind of suck too. Yeah, I don't want a beautiful trophy wife that doesn't that doesn't love me. That just doesn't sound like a good time. Sorry, but no. Companionship is a big deal. Someone you can talk to. Yeah, conversations, sense of humor. Those are all very good things. Yeah. So yeah, wish magic. Ultimately, simple magic. Really straightforward. But what the thing you are wishing for really does have to be geared towards your highest truth, your highest good. For many people who believe in reincarnation or multiple lives, such as myself, Often before we are born, we look at, what is it that we need to accomplish in this lifetime to help move ourselves forward, to to our life path, or not our life, but our spiritual path, our goal, for all the different incarnations, whatever it is. And so, some things, yes, that we wish for are absolutely going to be right, exactly what we need. And some things, not so much. Yeah, you do have to be funny. You do have to have a sense of humor. PDAs, public displays of affection. Yes, you guys have seen in chat. I'm responding to chat. They all want relationships that are connected. And yes, I agree, 100%. So, very first, yep, write your wish on a piece of paper and burn it and let it go out into the ether. Another one that almost everybody who celebrates a birthday participates in this kind of wish magic. Have you ever blown out a candle on a birthday cake after you made a wish? Yeah, real basic. That one's not too hard. We all stop and think, what is that thing I really wish I could have? What's my birthday wish? Well, birthday wish. You think about it really hard, you blow out the candles, and with the smoke dissipating from the candles, that wish goes out into the universe to be granted or not. Gemini asked a question. Peasley, have you ever put someone's name on a piece of paper and then put it in the freezer and freeze someone's negative thoughts towards you? So I know this is a very common type of spell, where, yes, you're basically freezing their thoughts or stopping that negative energetic flow at you. Very, very common, very straightforward also. And honestly, it's pretty easy. Think about it. You want someone to chill out their attitude at you? How better than to just stick them in the freezer? I've not had to do this one, Gemini, mostly because so far I haven't had that many haters. Knock on wood. Because, yeah, I know that they're out there, but they haven't hated to me to the point where I felt like they were really in my face. So, that being said, if someone did attack me verbally, emotionally, spiritually, magically, and I felt that it was appropriate to do something like this to freeze them out and basically shut them down, yes, I absolutely would. Yes. Let's see. And yeah, that's another real simple spell. Real simple ritual. Just like blowing out the birthday candles. That's pretty simple magic that pretty much everybody has done. Anybody who's celebrated a birthday. So those judgy Christian friends or judgy non-Christian friends, even the just non-pagan, we'll leave it at non-pagan friends that say, oh, well, I would never do anything like that. It's like, well, now you can throw it at them. It's like, have you ever blown out your candles? And you could say, that is a pagan practice. Drone Free wants to know, are there any celebrities into magic? Oh, my stars. Yes, there are celebrities. I can't spell tonight. Huh. Yes. Quite a few. Ariana Grande, Lana Del Rey, David Bowie. Hello. Yes. Let's see who else. Azalea Banks, Lorde, Adele, Bjork, not a shocker. Grimes, Beyonce supposedly. No, Beyonce's a former drummer. Excuse me. Jennifer Lopez's godmother apparently was into Santeria, which wouldn't surprise me, being of Hispanic descent. Spencer Pratt. Stevie Nicks is kind of the big name there, guys. Stevie Nicks has been really into witchcraft or witchcraft type things. MGK. Ooh, hey, guess what? We're going to break. I'll be right back after the break, and I'll answer Drone's question. Hello, my lovelies. This is Paisley Wild, and we are off adventuring into the spaces between. Let's see. Just checking the chat. So, yeah, be careful who you judge. Elaine, you're not supposed to drop fencing on your foot. It hurts. I know this one from firsthand experience. Let's see. So, Drone Free Zone in TFR says there was he, I think, forecasted that, or predicted, if you will, a cloned people meat-eating thing that went public a while back. They don't know too much about that because, honestly, I turned off the mainstream media, and I just don't have the urge. To me, it sounds a little bit like, the Soylent Green a bit. That was one of those suspense type horror flicks from the 80s. I never knew 70s. Sorry, Don's in the background, but yeah, he said 70s. Basically, there's a lot of sci-fi, sci-fantasy things that came out in the 70s and 80s that, books and movies and such. And holy buckets, they were not supposed to be roadmaps for the 2020s. Ever.
Like Animal Farm?
Yeah, like Animal Farm. Exactly. There's a lot of sci-fi type things that are just quite bizarre. And never would have expected that kind of a thing to be real. Nope. But some of it is. Some of it's fascinating, like our cell phones. Hello, beam me up, Scotty. Just case in point. Interesting trivia thing. Did you know that Sammy Davis Jr. was a Satanist? Don looks startled. He says, I think that means he didn't know that. Yeah. That's, yeah. He, I don't know, kind of an interesting random thing. Fairuza Balk, she was in The Craft, and she's now into Wicca. And just because, well, hey, she got started in The Craft, and so she thought the script itself was interesting, so she bought her first book, and yeah, she's still in there. Let's see. Sybil Shepherd considers herself a Christian, pagan, Buddhist goddess worshiper. Basically, it sounds like she doesn't know what she's doing.
Huh.
She needs some sunshine, though. Naomi Campbell is a crystal carrying kid. Evan Rachel Wood, she's another one of those actresses. She carries Sage and Tiger's Eye to every set that she's on. So, yeah, which I don't blame her. I'm sure that some of those Hollywood sets have a lot of insane bad energy that, yeah, I wouldn't want to have hanging around. Gabrielle Anwar, she's Pagan. She's been in a couple of different movies that I've watched that I couldn't tell you what the names are because I don't have that kind of memory. Get an error 404 up here sometimes. Let's see. Yeah, there's when it comes to famous people and being pagans or witches, yeah, they're out there. Some of them keep it on the down low. Some are loud and in your face about it. So Stevie Nicks gives no F-bombs and will just do her own thing. So, but with anything, regardless of which spiritual path you choose, do your research, journal what you're doing, and hang out and do. You get to know what it is first before you truly commit. It'll keep you from joining a cult that says you have to live in a commune and wear a toga or something like that. Drone says hi. Don's waving, but I don't have his camera on, so yeah, making a wish. So, did you know that if you take your wrapper off of the straw that is illegal in some states in the U.S., you tie a knot in it, and one person pulls on each end of the wrapper until it tears, and whoever gets the knot gets to make a wish.
Yep, I know that one.
Kind of similar to a wishbone.
Yep, I know that one too.
So, for those of you who have wishbone things, after you eat your turkey and it's been deboned and everything, you set the wishbone out to dry. And then, so in my family, we did the turkey at Thanksgiving, and then at Christmas, we would give a tug on the wishbone, and whoever gets the biggest piece gets to make a wish. And yeah, whoever gets the biggest one. Titan says hi, Andromeda. So Drama ran outside with the dog earlier today. Yeah, poor Drama. We call her Fatty Cakes anymore because she is just a fat cat nowadays. She's a cartoon. So if you have an eyelash that falls out, and I'm not saying pluck an eyelash, but if an eyelash falls out, which they happen, you put it on the back of your hand, you close your eyes, and you make a wish while you're blowing on it gently. And supposedly if the eyelash, floats away, you get your wish. That's one I hadn't heard of before I started looking things up. Let's see. That's a good question. Let's see. So, the wishbone, Leo wants to know, hey, where did the wishbone thing come from? Supposedly, it didn't actually originate in the U.S. It dates back to the Etruscans that believed the preserved wishbone, or fecula, of chickens was magical because they felt that birds in general possessed divine powers. I've met some birds that weren't that smart, but yeah.
Especially turkeys.
Yeah, we have turkeys that come through the backyard. They're not that smart, guys. So they said that, the birds are smart and magic, and so whomever gets the bigger piece gets to make the wish. So it started with Etruscans, which, yeah, that's an old story, or old myth. Let's see, pennies. You can make. What is it? You find a penny.
Find a penny, pick it up, and all the day will help you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's Drone asked another question. Did the Soviets persecute which people in the USSR? Yes.
Everybody, yeah. Persecution. Which persecution was rampant?
Okay. Witches were persecuted before persecution was cool. Yeah. Every culture in the world, since the beginning of time, basically, has persecuted witches in one form or another. Mostly because they're afraid of the power that witches might have. People are waving and saying hi.
Hi, everyone.
So, penny. For some people, the penny's value is in the wish. You could throw a penny into a body of water, like a fountain or a pool. And if you make a wish while it's in the air, that's, where, when it lands, that's when you're going to have your wish. Some traditions, depending on whom you are speaking to, says that you cannot make the wish until the coin hits the water. So, yeah. Pennies are really, really easy tools to make a wish, mostly because here in the U.S., pennies don't have a lot of value.
Pennies have no value.
They have a little bit of copper in them.
They're like the celery of the money system in the United States. A lot of effort for a whole lot of nothing.
True. Another one I've heard of, which to me is kind of bizarre, but sure. Supposedly, you can make a wish every time you see a truly white horse.
Huh.
You have to have the wish completely said or thought out before you see the tail.
Oh.
And it's like, why? Well, nobody wants to wish on a horse's ass.
I'd rather look him in the mouth, huh?
I guess so. Daryl says, I found 30 pennies one day. And didn't remember having 30 days of good luck.
Yeah.
And they may not be one right after the other. They may be spread out. It's like a diet.
I think they run concurrently, not consecutively.
Yeah, that could be. So Drone says, fun fact, USA pennies 1982 and older have the good copper, which is rapidly becoming worth more than 1 cent.
And yet steel pennies are worth thousands of dollars.
I know, right? So, rainbows. Supposedly you can wish on rainbows. I didn't know that.
You can drive through them, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's just because you and Mr. Brent are magic.
It is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Supposedly if you see a wish, or see a rainbow, you close your eyes and make a wish. And you count to 10 while your eyes are closed. And if you can still see the rainbow when you open your eyes, your wish will be granted.
Does it count if you throw a handful of Skittles in the air?
No. Why would you waste Skittles?
Wish the rainbow.
Yeah. Unicorn shirts. Sure.
Sharts? What? Never mind.
Unicorn.
Never mind.
Yeah. So, so if you see a rainbow when you're driving down the road, I do not recommend closing your eyes and counting till 10. Oh, Drone says he has a steel penny.
Nice.
Let's see. Another one. Now, not so common today as, say, 5 years ago, or better yet, 20 years ago. Even though smoking is bad for you. Supposedly, if you open a pack of cigarettes, you turn one around and you smoke that one last. And when you get to that last one that's backwards, you think of a wish while you're smoking it. I always thought it was funny when people would put it in backwards and then light the wrong end of the cigarette. So, yes, absolutely wish upon a star. So, a couple of different schools of thought there too. Some say you can only wish upon the North Star. And other people say you can only wish on shooting stars.
Why would you want to wish on a shooting star? A shooting star is a star that's burning out. It's going away.
It's giving its energy to something new.
Oh, well, isn't that just very esoteric of you?
I'm a witch. Yes.
Oh, boy. Would you like a knife?
No. I have a bowl. I don't need a knife.
Waiting for your natural female tendencies to kick in.
Hey, you're the one who's always stabbing your eye out.
I don't want to. Anyhow.
All right, so wishing wells. So is there a difference between a wishing well and a regular well? Well, not really, no. But
define a regular well.
One you get water out of.
Well, that's any well. That's any water source.
Well, so here's the thing.
In my opinion.
Used to be coins had a lot more lead in them. I don't know that I would throw an old coin into a wishing well that I'm going to get water out of.
Copper is healthy for you, though.
Mm-hmm. Drone says, hey, maybe you should start hoarding menthol Newports because they're about to be banned. They're going to get expensive later.
Whatever.
Right? You can technically wish upon the moon at any time. And if it's full, though, especially if it's on your birthday, if you wish on it when it's its highest point, then you're more likely to get your wish granted. Drone cigarettes are just stupid expensive, period. Drone says a full carton right now is around $100.
Well, I guess that depends on where you are, but close.
Yeah. So if you have a digital clock and the time says 11:11, You can make one wish at any point during that minute. You're not supposed to be greedy about it, and it's only if you catch it on accident. You can't stare at the clock until it turns 11:11. It's
Well,
like, oh, I'm
that's
going to make a
just
wish.
yeah, that's anything with an angel number on it.
Right. So,
The final countdown. Sorry. Hot Pocket commercials.
okay. So, just so you guys know, the number 1111 signifies that an energetic gateway has opened up for you, and this will rapidly manifest your thoughts into your reality. There is an opportunity opening up for you, and your thoughts are able to form at lightning speed. So, the
Wow.
angel number 1111 is similar to the bright light of a flashbulb.
Huh. Is that when you get a clue?
Yep, sure.
The universe is giving you a clue.
Yep.
Figure it out.
Yep, figure it out. Here's your clue. Elaine says she only hoards alcohol. It's a good thing to hoard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's got so
It
many
never goes out of
uses.
style. You should hoard honey too, because that never goes out of style. Titan says, "Don't forget ladybugs." Well, Titan,
Oh, yeah.
that's next on my list.
Woohoo! He's got precog.
So, okay, this particular article,
Was it? Oh, it's Titan. Yeah.
yeah, Titan. I picked it specifically for the ladybug statement, and I'm going to read it completely because it's awesome. It says, "If a ladybug lands on you, a real one, not those biting orange monstrosities."
Japanese beetles.
Those things are just horrible. Make your wish and say, "Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home." And then it goes on. It says, "Your house is on fire and your children are all gone." Which I'm not sure why that's such a good thing. But it was the biting orange monstrosities. Yeah, those are horrible. Anyways, if the ladybug flies away, you get your wish. But make sure you express your condolences to the ladybug for her loss.
He's really
Seriously.
sorry your house burned down, lady.
Sorry, you're...
Even though
Sorry.
you're not really a lady,
I know.
you're a dude.
You're a bug. You just drive me buggy. So,
Hello, everybody.
yeah,
That was a stupid cartoon.
there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, those little orange monstrosities are horrible. Horrible. Stones. So you can keep wishing stones in your pocket. It can be one you found on a beach, got for a gift, something native to your state, for instance. So you rub the flat side of the stone with your thumb and make a wish whenever you need to. Hey, pharmacy. So they're saying wishing stones. So the flat side on one side. To me, that's always been a worry stone. Something you
A
tactile.
fidget stone. Yeah.
Now, stones that have a line around them completely through them, that is often called a wishing stone, and is that line itself is considered just a wishing stone. So, like if you find a river rock with a straight line all the way around it, that's considered a wishing stone. And they're kind of cool.
So what happens if you have a wishing stone that's got a hole through it as well? Is it a wishing hagstone?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a hagstone with the wish. There's not. I won't say they don't always.
What if you had a
often,
pair of them? Could you make like a pair of sunglasses out of them so you could see all the aliens? Obey, consume, they live.
It's not aliens you see. Supposedly you can see to the realm of the Fae through the.
It was a joke.
Um,
Yes, because I just watched Spiderwick Chronicles today again.
again.
Yeah,
I like that one. Oh, Drone says a beautiful stone is already a wish come true because it's pretty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mostly rubies, garnets, sapphires. Garnets really aren't. Oh yeah, they are.
I like them all. The first thing that kids generally give their moms is a rock they pick up out of the driveway. Look,
That's
Mom, this is so
true.
pretty. Like, great. Thanks for the gravel. I will keep it forever.
I'll just set it right here next to all of its brothers and sisters.
Right? And four-leaf clovers are often pretty lucky.
Elaine says she has a knack for finding four-leaf clovers. She puts them in small frames and gives them to people for luck.
You know, I can't think of any time I've ever found a four-leaf clover. Ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I've always had horses or other livestock.
that eat them.
Yeah. But we have a friend, Betty.
Hmm.
Holy cow, can that lady find some four-leaf clovers?
Mm.
It's like she grows them. It's insane.
She's got mutant.
She, or she's just a lucky chick.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Apparently, she's got a knack for finding hagstones too, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got just some really, really good energy, that lady does. So fountains. So a lot of people feel that fountains should not be wish appropriate because they're man-made rather than, something natural. But running water, for some reason, makes people just want to throw a coin at it and make a wish. Now, supposedly, the bigger the denomination of the coin, the better the wish. But personally, for me, it's the thought that counts. What is your intention? Elaine said she made a wish to find a four-leaf clover. Intention to find a four-leaf clover, which is what it is, for a friend that couldn't get pregnant, and she ended up having a baby girl. That's awesome. So acorns hold seeds that grow into oak trees, so it's pretty, Supposedly, if an acorn should land on your head, you pick it up and you wish on it. If it's a big wish, you leave the acorn on your windowsill for 3 days to help with the wish granting. Basically, you're charging the acorn, and for love wishes, you're supposed to send the acorn to the object of your desire. Titan wants to know, do I find arrowheads? No. Mostly because I don't think we're in the right spot to find arrowheads.
Not quite.
Um,
Not like in abundance. You
Yeah.
might come one a lifetime.
If we spent more time around the lake edge, maybe in different. So here,
Well, we have the
In Bonner
Kalispell and
probably in the Hope area, the Clark Fork area,
right.
or along Sand Creek. I wouldn't be surprised if we found something if we were to go looking. But everybody goes along Sand Creek to look for things. And part of it, just like it's really hard to find abalone shells, on the beach anymore. People are looking for that sort of thing all the time, and so it's just harder to find things. So, Drone says there's treasure out there. Yes, there is. So speaking of acorns, I talked to somebody at the store today, and it was her birthday. And she had a real fascination with acorns and oak trees, and we got to talking, and I gave her my acorn that I had in my pocket, and oh my stars, it was so cool. She got so excited. She was just giddy. She was cuddling it, and it was just wild. It was good. So, sometimes when I have something in my pocket and I will meet someone, I will give away the occasional thing in my rock bag just because.
I'll give away things in my pocket.
You have some pocket lint? And that's not what people need, dear. You guys don't hear me when I put my head down like that. It should go because I'm banging my head on the microphone. But anyways, yeah. No, I've given away a blue lace agate. I've given a snowflake obsidian, just because different stones have different intrinsic meanings and spiritual energies to them, and sometimes I have this thing in my pocket because I needed it, but when I talk to somebody, it's like you can hear their need and what they need. So that's really cool. I shared the story about Groot. And they were very, very excited about it, and we were talking, and I showed her my acorn, and she was really excited to meet my acorn, and I just had her keep it. So, and yeah, it was really cool. It was a good experience.
Meet my acorn.
Mm-hmm. Hey, there are people who would love to meet Groot. Yeah, I know you don't get it. It's okay.
It is what it is.
Yeah, so I'm waiting to get on to the next one because we're like 40 seconds from our top of the hour break already.
That depends on when TFR takes the break.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it just hits mute and you're like, yeah. Pearls too. Yeah, we don't get a lot of, we don't really have freshwater pearls here. It's not that kind of water system. But yeah, big winds. Sorry, Wanda, we don't have that kind of storms here. We do have big winds, but they generally knock down trees. And it's just, I will answer your question, Elaine, when we come back from break, because hey, we're going to go to break. And while you're out, check out PaisleyWild.com or ILife.com, and we'll be right back. Oh, button. Ooh, wrong button.
Button.
Hello, my lovelies. This is Paisley Wild, and we are adventuring into the spaces between. Oof. I get the headlines at the commercial break, and that is all I really need, honestly. Goodness gracious me. Alright, so, no bumper music, so guess what? Singing bowl. That gets really loud sometimes, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. That it does.
I love my bowl. I love all my bowls. Woot. Um,
Do you love these ones?
I do. A mortar and pestle. But yes.
It's a bowl.
It's a bowl. Let's see. A sea bean?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no. I don't really watch the news because, yeah, sanity. It's important to me. Tiger eye. Elaine wanted to know what tiger eye meant. So, tiger eye basically means it's good to help you release fear and anxiety and aids in harmony and balance. It can stimulate action and help you to make decisions with discernment and understanding that is unclouded by your emotions. It can also be carried as an amulet against curses or ill wishing. So it helps you to have courage and confidence and strength of will, and helps you to balance your brain. So if you're, having some brain issues, so for those of you who might be having some mental health issues after the COVID mess, it might be something for you to carry also. But yeah, I love tiger's eye. It's really, really pretty. And just something to keep in your pocket. Let's see. All right, we were making a wish. So next one on my list, dandelions. How often do you pick up a dandelion and you blow on it and let the little white seeds go floating away to land in your neighbor's yard and mess up their yard? Actually, no, dandelions are not as bad as so many people seem to think. It used to be people would grow dandelions in their garden on purpose because dandelions are really, really good for you. So, the benefits of dandelion: they're very nutritious. They've got antioxidants. They can help with inflammation and help stabilize your blood sugar, reduce cholesterol, lower your blood pressure. Good for your healthy liver, and can help with weight loss. If you roast the root, it smells a lot or tastes a lot like roasted coffee. I actually really, really like dandelion tea. You can take the flowers and you can turn them into dandelion wine or dandelion jelly. You can also use them as a mild dye for yellow. The leaves, you can eat them in a salad. They're a little bitter, but they're still good for you. So
there's a lot of things a little bitter around this world.
Right? If you add enough ranch, apparently everything's good, right? Actually, good walnut vinaigrette's pretty good, so. Grief brain. Wow, Fonda. Okay.
That was Elaine.
Or Elaine, sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, yeah, dandelions are really good. So basically, you hold the dandelion up, you close your eyes, you make your wish, and you blow on it, and you let the little seeds come out, and your wishes go out with the little seeds. Now, according to Mini-Me, they're just fun to blow, and she will... It's a good thing I like dandelions, because they're everywhere. Partly because she is seeding them everywhere. Supposedly, if you wear a necklace, especially without a pendant, and your clasp works its way forward, so the clasp for your necklace is in front, the hollow of your neck, your Adam's apple, that kind of area, once you spin it around to the right position where it's in the back, now you make your wish. If you have the ability to not yawn when everybody around you is yawning, supposedly you get to make a wish.
Really?
Yeah. Now, I don't know that I've ever seen anybody not yawn when everybody around them is yawning. I don't know.
Keep talking about it. I'm going to fall asleep right here.
I'll just ring my bell here. Wake you up. So another one is falling leaves. So if you see a single leaf falling from a tree, make a wish before it hits the ground. And then you take the leaf home with you and you press it in a book. And for as long as you know where the leaf is, your wish will be true. I actually kind of like that one. Feathers. So if you are outside doing whatever it is you're doing, and you find a feather, and it's not from your jacket or a pillow or something like that, you stick it in the ground so the feather stands straight up, and you walk around the feather in a circle, and you make a wish. And if the feather stays standing upright, you get your wish.
Really?
Yeah. Right? All sorts of different things.
I wish I had the chicken that belonged to this feather. I wish I had the chicken that belonged to this feather.
Be careful. They might just show up.
Dinner.
Dinner.
So who is it lucky for? Me or the chicken?
Right. Let's see.
That's disgusting, Justin. Says, I worked with an old Asian woman that would stick her finger in your mouth if you yawned without covering it. That's disgusting.
That's how people get bit. I'm just saying. Bleh. Bleh. That's just bad Asian woman. That's not good. Nope. Let's see. Ooh, there we go. Hold on. So there are also wish granting spells that you can do. Kai says nothing tastes worse than thumb. Do we know this from experience? Do you baste it or do you broil it? Is it toasted?
Apparently it's like sushi eaten raw.
So when I see things on the YouTube or different people have different things they say, hey, we're gonna help you make a wish or whatever, be careful of this. Okay, knowing that, hey, I do have spell jars for sale on my website, I trust them because I know what's in them, and I don't automatically roll my eyes when I see them. Just I googled and it's like, hey, 3 wishes for a power gin spell. Okay, mostly we don't want to call the djinn to us. Just like, you be careful with the fae when you're asking for things with the fae. Wanda wants to know how Dawn makes wishes.
How Dawn makes wishes? Dawn doesn't make wishes. Dawn makes things happen. Dawn makes things happen. It's firm. It's there. I know it's going to happen. I'm kind of a killjoy.
So, okay, here, excellent example. Just Googling around, and here's someone trying to do a fairy magic wish granting spell. And it gives a whole list of the different things to need to go in it, like leaves, spiderweb, feathers, honey, cake crumbs, crystal, etc. But it's got a little chant that you stick with it. It says, by seed, leaf, tree, and flower, I call the fae this golden hour. I thank the fae for the beauty I see and hope you grant this wish for me. Okay, we don't say thank you to the fae. We express gratitude, but that's different than saying thank you, because if you say thank you, it's like you're being beholden to them. And so, yes. Yes, it's a spoon.
For the eye.
It's got a
perfect size.
Pointy end on the other side to pluck it.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Kai, honey, why are you putting your toe in your mouth? And I see these things in chat, and I'm like, wait, what?
Well, Justin brought up the lady who put her finger in your mouth.
Yeah, but that escalated. Mud Fossil Gaia is actually a pretty good show, Leo. I like that one. So, but spell jars are a thing, and spell jars can have a variety of different things in them depending upon your tradition. So, for me, if I were to do a spell jar, I would probably have dandelion seed in it. I would probably have some leaf in there, like from my oak tree. I'm clarifying because...
Just making sure.
Yeah. But I'd probably have some sort of intention setting freezing. I would probably have some sort of incense, just because, yes. But yeah, there's a couple different things that I would probably put in. I'm not telling you my secrets on air, all of them. We talk about things, I just don't hand out secrets. Sorry, guys. But yeah, it's you can make a wish jar, and you set your intention with it, and you charge it. Again, light of the moon, light of the sun, dark of the moon, that kind of a thing. I can't find my right smiley face there, Leo. This one. There we go. Here, in my disclaimer here, when it comes to making wishes and the things you get online. One, get to know your source just a little bit, because there's a lot of people out there who do more wish magic than witch magic. They put these things together and they wish that they were working. I'm really glad you weren't taking a drink of something. You would have spit all over the computer.
I'd be choking to death.
Now, I'm not saying that not everybody can't do magic, because everybody can. If that's what you're going to commit to, absolutely do the magic. Yeah, why don't you bring that closer to you so you don't have to reach?
Because it's fun.
Okay. Don's reaching for things. But, you know, there's... Okay, again, I've said this in the past. The baby witch, that phrase, baby witch, drives me insane. You're either a witch or you're not a witch. You can be a beginner witch, but you're not a baby witch. A baby witch implies that you're in swaddling clothes and need a nook. Maybe a nap. I could use a nap, but I don't need a nook.
I'll take a nook.
It's not that kind of party, Don. Go get your ice cream. You'll feel better.
Ice cream. Wonderful idea. I shall return.
When in doubt, distract Dawn with ice cream. So yeah, you know, so many of the spells and the rituals and the spell jars you see online, or the incantations or the rhymes or whatever. You know, poetry is different than a spell. It's not all the same. They can be, but generally not. And so there's a lot of people out there throwing a lot of information out, and you're like, that sounds interesting. I like this. And you get to looking at it. It's like, oh, this is World of Warcraft or Magic the Gathering, which, honestly, if you Google wish magic, the top 3 responses are for Magic the Gathering. Magic. Oh, especially if you don't put the K on magic, which, it's like, seriously? Yeah. Yeah, right there. Wish magic. Wish.com. No, sorry. Magic the Gathering, Pinterest, and then Magic the Gathering. So, yeah. Be careful what you're looking for, Wanda. Like some cooks, yes. Not all cooks are created equal. Not all witches are created equal. And some are line chefs, some are master chefs, some are not. They're McDonald's chefs. Entirely different beast. Same with witches. Not all witches have the same abilities, and so they'll put these things out there, or they'll share these things that they've encountered that they think sound good or sound like magic, and because they saw it on like Charmed, for instance, or they saw it on The Craft or any of those other shows, and they think, oh no, this has to be real, and no. Just because you saw it on a movie does not mean it's real. Just because you read it online does not mean it's real. But here's a powerlisting.fandom.com. Wish granting. The power to grant wishes. I didn't know wishing had a fandom.
Don't look at me.
Don's eating ice cream, so yeah. So yeah, be aware when you buy a spell jar of any kind or a spell or anything online. Do some research, and if you have questions about the ingredients, ask. Good night, Titan. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you next time. Sleep well. Titan asked a few questions, and now it's going night-night.
Cool.
So yes. And if it sounds too good to be true, online, it is. It's chocolate ice cream, Leo.
You need to tell your kid to stop digging out the center of the ice cream.
Are you eating her ice cream?
Whose ice cream?
So Dawn is eating frozen 2 ice cream. Hold
yes,
on.
It's too frozen.
And I'm gonna switch this so you can see the ice cream.
Why?
It's got orange colored carrot candies in it because it is Olaf ice cream.
It's chocolate. Chocolate. Chocolate.
It's got marshmallows. She's been serving her own ice cream. That's just funny. So yeah, be aware. Like this particular one, be very cautious when you're reaching out to different entities to do different types of magic because not all of them are created equal. And you don't want to put yourself in a pickle before you have a chance to really, learn more about what you're trying to do. So, I'm sorry. I'm just blown away. Hey! Thank the Fae. Yes. Of course. Because
What about beard hairs?
why is there... Sven doesn't get into the ice cream.
No, it came off my shirt. It's a beard hair.
You can make a wish on the beard hair,
Do you do it like this? Just like you do an eyelash?
I suppose. Except for careful, you're going to blow it into your ice cream.
Yeah, that would suck. It's hardly there.
Oh, my stars. Oh, my stars. I can't even with you. Oh, my goodness. Gracious me. My brain just like... So, another way to make a wish is if you see a crow flying through the air, you make a wish. If the crow does not flap their wings before they get out of sight, the wish will come true. If he does flap his wings, look away. If you don't see him again, your wish will come true. So I'm not...
So that one's kind of like foolproof.
Yeah. It's basically crows are lucky, which I knew this already. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Going through my list here. She starts ladybugs. Yeah, those white horses seems to happen often. So another one, supposedly, if you can catch a leprechaun,
Yep.
You'll get 3 wishes.
But you can't blink.
Yes.
If you blink, they escape.
So, leprechaun comes from the Irish word leith and leith brogan for leprechaun, which, supposedly they were thought to be, cobblers.
So if you catch a Curacon, does he have to give you all of his beer?
That's between you and the Curacon. Do you have your own mead horn?
Yeah, it's right over there.
No, I have a mead horn.
No,
it's right over
that's
here.
mine.
I have a bowl. Anyway, so yeah, apparently cobblers used to be more wealthy and stuff, so they often had more gold, and so that's why the leprechauns are considered to be a little bit more wealthy. Yeah, if you see the first star that you see at night is another way to make a wish. Not necessarily the North Star, but the first star. And I know that I grew up with this particular one. It was like starlight, star bright, the first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. That was.
It's called a murder. Wanda says, "Was it mean if a bunch of crows show up on your doorway?"
It's, 2 of them is attempted murder. But yeah, stars, being, they're out in space, they're a long ways away, they're magic. They feel like magic. I mean, how often do we stand or go outside and stare at the night sky and just marvel at the fantasticness of the night sky? Whether it's just the stars, the moon, shooting stars, random UFOs, northern lights, southern lights.
Starlink.
Yeah, Starlink. Yeah, the different crazy things that happen out in space. We see them. It's the stars have inspired myths and magic for millennia. So, yeah, I think they're awesome. Let's see. Another one, yeah, the jinn or genie in Aladdin supposedly can grant wishes. Again, be careful what you wish for. You have to be very, very clear. It's not something you can just throw out there and say, "Hey, I want to wish for a new car." You might get a Matchbox car. You have to be.
It'd be worse than that, but whatever.
Yeah,
it'd be more like a smashed. You're in a smashed box car.
Yeah.
Them little things are not fun.
It just, yeah. If you've got a magic lamp, be cautious. Yes.
Okay, ice cream's good.
Yes, ice cream is good. I see you didn't bring any for anybody else.
I didn't have time.
Uh-huh.
I had to scoop and get back to this show.
Scoop and ran. Supposedly, fairies can grant wishes. Again, I'd be a little careful there.
They're a little fickle.
Fickle? Yeah, kind of like gin.
Yeah, they're just
Jinn are fickle, but malevolently.
Yeah.
It's like, you're gonna ask for 3 wishes. Then you get good, bad, and horrible.
Well, they have apparently, from what I've read and understand, there are different types of gin. There are good gin, but they're supposedly made from the blue flame of a fire, and some are made from smoke. But they are like supposedly Allah's first creatures.
Yeah.
So there are some bitter ones out there.
Yep.
That
yep.
will
Going to break.
Walk in.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Last break.
Break.
It's been a fast night. Holy cow. Be right back.
shining moon, heaven, earth, and sea. I call upon you in this hour, bring magic unto me. Brothers, oh, the cauldron cries, it singeth unto me the songs of Mother Goddess and of Father in the tree.
Hello, my lovelies. This is Paisley Wild, and we are adventuring into the spaces between tonight, talking about wishes. Speaking of wishes, if you're on YouTube, I wish you would hit the thumbs up button. Or if you have a chance to, check out the website. It is www.paisleywild.com. Or you want to learn more about iLife, the official sponsor for Truth Frequency Radio, go to iLife.com. Or if you wish to send me a message, that email is wildpaisley@gmail.com. So yeah, talking about wishes.
If wishes were fishes, beggars would ride.
Ride?
Mm-hmm.
Wishes were fishes?
If wishes were fishes, beggars would ride.
I thought if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. I don't know many people that would like to ride a fish.
You never know. Loch Ness Monster?
I
have a picture of Bigfoot riding her.
Waving a flag? Yeah. So, yes, the jinn supposedly can grant wishes. Same with fairy godmothers.
Wonderful.
Yep, you gotta be careful with that.
Mine would be a very fairy godmother.
A berry fairy?
A very fairy.
A very berry fairy.
Why are you twisting my words?
Because I can.
Ugh.
This is a default statement for mini-me. Because I can. So, the throwing coins into wells originated with the Greeks. They started doing that because they didn't want the wells to run dry. So they're basically offering or giving offerings to the water sprites that lived in the wells, and they didn't want the wells to go dry. So that's where that one came from. Another way to make a wish is to write your wish or your intention, the thing you want, on a bay leaf, and you burn that in a candle flame. Again, it's letting that wish, that desire, to go out into the universe to manifest. Another one here that I'd not ever heard of is a touch blue and your wish will come true. Blue? That's not one I'd ever heard.
I found out that if your water is colored pink, you perform better in sports activities.
Really?
Yeah, apparently so.
Okay then.
We read it on the portal tonight.
So it has to be true. Okay. Pink, huh?
Oh, what, are you saying the portal doesn't present factual information?
I'm not sure where you got your factual information from, so I can't.
It was on the internet. It must be real.
Has been snoped.
There's been a study that says that it helps performance in athletes.
So, pink energy drinks are performance drugs.
Apparently so. So anyhow, sorry.
Random information.
Somebody was pickled tink earlier today.
Pickled tink, okay.
Pickled tink.
Supposedly, every time you eat a green M&M, you can make a wish.
Really?
Yeah.
And she is kind of cute.
Oh, Dawn.
Chocolate. Candy coating. Sweet kind of gal.
You can't hear my head going thunk, thunk, thunk on the microphone. If you see 3 birds on a telephone wire, you can make a wish. Are there still telephone wires?
I don't know.
Lou the good dude says, it's got electrolytes. Supposedly, if you put a watermelon seed on your forehead and you make a wish before it falls off, it'll come true.
Well, what happens if I hang a spoon on my nose?
You're special? It's got ice cream spit on it. It's sticky. Of course it's going to hang on your nose.
It never hangs on my nose.
Watch it
I've
hang on
never
his
been
nose.
able to do this.
Your nose isn't
I'm just too slick.
German enough.
Roman enough.
Yeah, something like that. If you have a brand new pair of shoes, you can make a wish on them before you wear them.
Okay. Why?
Why not? Well, it used to be, once upon a time, new shoes were a really big deal.
That's true. Yeah, they were kind of rare for, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, why not? If you, the first robin you see in the spring, you can wish upon the bird.
How about drunken woodpeckers?
Those are generally not the first bird you see in the spring.
They're the only bird I can tell what the hell they are.
Okay, they are pretty funny. I don't know that a drunken woodpecker will actually do anything for you other than make you giggle.
Oh, that's good enough.
Fermented elderberries. Yes. Apparently his mother smelled the elderberries.
His father.
Are you sure?
I saw the movie. And your father smells of elderberries.
So if you find a penny and you put it in your left shoe,
Therefore, you have penny loafers.
your wish will come true. Or you'll just have a blister and you'll be mad about it. Depends where you put it. I don't have penny loafers. Not my thing. Wishes made on Midsummer's Eve,
Oh,
which is June 23rd, are most likely to come true. You just gotta, it's like, Midsummer's Eve, yeah. Can you believe that's a month away, almost? Cannot believe how fast this year is flying by. Actually, I've noticed the year is going by smoother and faster and more pleasantly now that I've turned the news off.
mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow. That's really sad. I had to disengage from knowing what's going on in the world to be less miserable. Another one is hold your breath and make a wish while crossing a short, straight bridge.
Oh, and lifting your feet up when you go over train tracks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Going.
Drunken woodpeckers are hilarious, especially when they fall out of the tree.
It did confuse the cat. I will have to say that one. Because that's not...
Not something that happens every fall.
No?
It only happens in fall. Anyhow, next.
I spent more time shaking my head in this episode. I keep doing this. So generally I talk about good luck things, and so we're making wishes, right? These are good wishes. So, odd things along with superstition, that are, superstitious folk refuse to keep in the house. A broken clock. So if you have a broken antique clock, I know we're
Right.
switching gears,
It's right twice a day.
but if it doesn't work and it suddenly chimes,
Oh, well, see, that's not good.
generally that means
That's not good.
there's a death near. It's going to happen. Also, keeping broken things around is bad feng shui.
Oh, gee, gosh.
So according to some Victorian superstitions, if you have fireflies or lightning bugs in your home, it means death will happen. Now, being here in North Idaho, we don't get fireflies. I miss fireflies.
I miss them too.
I think
You
they're
can't hit them with the
fantastic.
22.
You swing for left field.
I need one of those little. Those little salt guns.
So, supposedly, if you have a vase of shriveled up flowers or taxidermied animals, supposedly dead things in your home can bring bad luck.
I could see that being like taxidermy. Does that go for like your fan? Is that considered taxidermied? Because it's the whole frickin' wing, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's no. I don't think so.
Hmm.
Because no. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Um, did you know that once upon a time green paint could actually kill you?
Yeah.
So it's called Paris green. It contained
radioactive.
contained arsenic
Oh, arsenic?
and arsine
That's
gas.
interesting.
Yeah. So people.
Oh, it was radium that they were painting those. Gals back in like the 20s
Yeah.
or 30s were
Mhm.
painting with radium,
Mhm.
and they were dying of cancers. So that's what I was thinking of.
Yep. So green walls. Some people feel that green walls are bad for you. According to some myths and legends, if you bring an axe into your home, you can bring death in.
Well, it depends on how you use it, I guess.
I know, right? Is that a fire axe? Is it a hatchet?
Is the person an axe murderer?
Did you watch The Shining too many times? I don't know. Supposedly, if you move into a new home and you bring the broom with you that you had in your old home, the legend or myth goes that the old broom will sweep away the good luck so the new home potentially has good luck inherently in it. So if you use an old broom in the new home, you're getting rid of the good luck that came with the home. But if you had pests of any kind in your previous home and you're using the same broom in the new home, you could be bringing those pests with you.
That would be kind of bad luck.
So, garden hose. Supposedly, if you carry a garden hoe into your house,
Garden hoe?
it could cause bad luck.
Your average, everyday garden hoe.
Garden hoe, yeah. Don't look up her skirt. Yes, Daryl, you can keep it in a shed. A shed is different than the house. And if you do accidentally bring one indoors after you finish your gardening duties, it's best to walk backwards out of the house through the same door that you entered to reverse the bad luck.
Do you have to take the hoe with you?
Yes.
Please get that hoe out of my house.
So a Victorian superstition that says that just red and white flowers in a vase means there's going to be a death. Victorians were obsessed with two things, death and sex.
Yes.
Oh, you can make that three things. Death or sex or death and sex. They're very odd people.
Yeah.
Apparently birds, if a bird flies into the house, it's thought to be bad luck. Often indicating a death in the family.
Is there anything that's bad luck that doesn't end in death?
It depends. So, according to both Egyptian legends and Norse traditions, if you bring an item in that protects your body from rain, you're insulting your home's guardian spirits by implying that their protections do not cut it. They're not good enough.
Oh.
So, that umbrella, if you open the umbrella inside, that's what it is. You're Justin, you're funny.
I'm not addressing that. It's going to get me smacked.
Okay, just time out. Note to self, garden tools should not be carried around into the house. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, walking under ladders, not such a good thing either because, yeah. Supposedly, displaying a painting or photograph that had the aftermath of a natural disaster, shipwreck, or battle could cause distress and anxiety in your home.
A what?
The aftermath
No.
of a painting or photograph.
A painting or a photograph.
So, if you have a painting or a photograph
Yes, I understood. I
of
just
some sort of
missed that
disaster
part.
where there's like death and mayhem, it could bring, stress, anxiety, distress, bad luck into your home. Now you stop and think of it. Do you really want a picture of that battle scene with a bunch of people, lying in pieces in your living room or over your bed?
You're rather macabre.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Microaggression towards the spirits.
So if
I'm trying to think of something to say about a hoedown, but it just ain't coming.
if you're using a rocking chair, no problems. But Irish legends say that an empty rocking chair invites evil spirits into your home, and if it's rocking on its own, look out. The evil spirits are already there, and death could be lying in wait.
Well, what are you supposed to do if you're not sitting in the rocking chair?
Put the cat in there. Cats will scare away everything.
Cats scare me away. They keep the damn thing.
So cacti, supposedly, which are good for people who don't really grow plants very well.
You mean like mini cactus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
According to the principles of feng shui, spiky plants like cactus and thorny acacia are bad luck and can lead to discord in your home.
Well, at least it's not death.
Right? Discord. Oh, so funny story. Once upon a time, I gave Don a cactus. That thing kept growing and growing and growing. I told him it was to remind him of his prickly personality.
That's funny.
But yeah, we potted it like 3 or 4 times because that blasted thing kept going. So for many people, they check, in the mirror as they're getting ready to leave to make sure that, everything's where it needs to be. Some traditions believe that mirrors can steal your soul. According to feng shui, a mirror facing the bed can lead to relationship problems. Okay. Supposedly, there's an American proverb that says that if you don't make your bed, you could have a poor night's sleep.
Gee. Here, here.
Talk to the dog. She's laying on your pillow right now, probably.
Probably.
She likes your pillow.
Oh, gosh. I like my pillow.
Hmm?
I like my pillow without the dog on it.
So,
Dog on it.
So they're saying, walking under ladders, yep, bad luck. So supposedly it's a Christian thing because if you are walking under a ladder, it's there's a triangle form leaning from the ladder, leaning against a wall. It's seen as breaking the Holy Trinity by walking under the ladder.
Oh, really?
Supposedly, yeah.
That's retarded.
Elaine says, the bone hoe says it's all fun and games until someone ends up in a cone of shame.
Aren't you just... That's like the second time you've said something like semi-poetic.
Oh my drone. That's not how you use a hula hoop. But possibly, and instead of being a Christian thing, it could be more, it resembles a medieval gallows. But actually, it's just not safe to walk under a ladder because what if it slips and falls? What if someone drops a hammer on your head? That's going to hurt. That's bad luck. Or a bucket of paint.
Another song just went zipping right through my head.
If you had a hammer, you gonna bring it in the morning?
No.
No. So Leo says, what about thoughts on vets that keep pictures from when you served? So that's a little different because that's often a memorial of the experiences you had.
It's the intention.
And it's not usually the picture of
a battleground.
If it's not like a crime scene photograph. Instead, it's you and your buddies or your squad mates or whatever. In a picture, y'all are hamming it up for the camera or posing or whatever. It's more of a memorial, similar to having pictures of your ancestors, and you're honoring those that have passed. It's not the same at all. 'Cause I have pictures of my ancestors on the wall now.
And one of them reminds me of that picture of the people sitting in, like, it's like a 1950 black and white picture.
Mm-hmm.
The people sitting in the kitchen and the thing hanging down. One of your pictures reminds me of that.
Mm-hmm. That's my grandfather standing tall right there.
He's very tall, yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
At least he's not
6'4".
hanging upside down.
Nope. Yes, intention, very, very important. So, yeah. Do you freak out when people open an umbrella in the inside?
Have you talked to your daughter lately?
So mostly it's like I don't want her to break something.
Yeah.
That bothers me more than the potential bad luck.
Yeah. Because that is bad luck. You're going to break something.
Yeah.
Oh, bad luck. You lost your umbrella.
Right?
Darn.
Mm-hmm.
What about, like, you take your shoes off and they're, like, crossed? You ever hear that one?
No.
Never leave your shoes crossed after you take them off. It's bad luck.
Nope. That would explain so much about my life, though. I just kick my shoes off.
Yeah. Anyhow. Yeah. So.
What else? Let's see. Anything else? Oh, fairy godmothers can. Did I say that one already? Can grant wishes.
Yes.
Yeah. Generally, it's more of a fictionalized thing, but sometimes, I'm not saying it's not possible to have a fairy godmother.
Oh. Shoe superstitions.
Okay.
It is traditional in England to throw a shoe at someone when they are setting out on a journey to wish them luck. The shoe should be thrown in the direction of the journey. When a person leaves home on a journey, throw an old shoe after him so he will have good luck. Okay, yeah.
You throw a shoe at someone. Get out of here, you mangy animal.
Hurl after me a shoe. I'll be merry wherever I'll do. Whatever I'll do. Okay, cool. Wow. Drop an old shoe outside the front door as you leave the house on a journey, and then you will not have any bad luck on the trip. You might trip because you're missing a shoe, but whatever. In England, old shoes are tied to bridal carriages to bring luck. In Transylvania, it's to increase fertility. Shoes are tied to the bridal couple's car, and the bridesmaid who attains the old shoe will be next to be married.
And so instead of throwing a bouquet, you throw a shoe?
Throw a shoe. In Lancashire, if you want to conceive a child, try on the shoes of a woman who has just given birth. In Anglo-Saxon marriages, the bride's father delivers her shoes to the bridegroom, who touched her on the head with a token of his. Who touched her on the head with it in token of his authority. Sounds like an extension of the
thumb.
The rule of thumb.
We're back to eating thumbs.
Old shoes should be worn on Friday the 13th for good luck. If you leave shoes lying on their uppers, you will quarrel with someone during the course of the day. If you wear your shoes out on the toe, you will spend money as you go.
Yeah, because you need new shoes.
If a woman walks without shoes during the 6 weeks following childbirth, then her child will take a dangerous fall when it's learning to walk. In Hessen, a woman will steal her beloved's shoes and wear them for 8 days to make him love her. Damn
That's
Germans.
not stalking at all.
Weird people.
I know, right? So there are 3 things you should not ever wish for.
Oh, okay.
So you should not wish for someone to die. So you can't kill anyone with a wish. You cannot make anyone fall in love with a wish. And you cannot bring people back from the dead with a wish. We don't need zombies with shoes. Yes? Don looks horrified.
Burn an old shoe with sulfur and acetify, then smoke the ash and what's left in the pipe, and what's left in the pipe will cure asthma. It'd probably kill you too, but that's one way to cure things, I guess.
Oh my stars! All right, so we're done with shoes tonight. Oh my stars!
Oh wait, one more.
Oh no!
If you think someone is casting spells on you, find thrown away shoes, a man's and a woman's, and with the woman's on top of the man's, you burn those with some sulfur and saltpeter, bluestone, gunpowder, and salt. The woman's shoe on top specifically to protect you if you're a woman. The man's shoe on top if you're a man.
Okay.
That's from Hoodoo, Conjuration, Witchcraft, Rootwork, 1508.
Crazy. All right. Hey, guess what? We're done.
Is it done?
Yep. Merry meet, merry part, merry meet again. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Wow, this is crazy. Burn your old shoes with cayenne pepper in a fire where a person you want to go away can see the smoke. And seeing the smoke, they will never come back. Wow.
All right. So yeah, we really are done. So have a good night, everybody.
The Romans believed that it's a bad omen if you put a shoe on the wrong foot. Wow.
No more shoes for you.
No shoes.